Ba-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Wrestle AM. It's a pro wrestling podcast, half morning show, half wrestling show, all BS. And I am joined by my tag team partner, SidsLight. And this podcast is late because Raccoon Man has important businesses. Raccoon Man always on the road, going to raccoon video game shows, being a raccoon hockey ambassador. No, it is late because of me. Raccoon was ready. He was like, he's just stayed in his can. He's like, I'm ready to give wrestling takes. I'm ready to give wrestling takes. Let me see it. Sid, welcome to Wrestle AM.
Hello.
Thank you. All right, let's get this party started, my friends. All right, this comes from SidsLight, first-time viewer, long-time listener. Does the cost of pay-per-views compared to the monthly fee of a streaming service end up costing companies viewers long-term? Does this hurt their growth rate? And this is an absolute fantastic question.
Thank you.
I don't know, like, I seen a picture with, like, Uncle Sam. And he's like, who lost the streaming wars? You did. I feel like there's so many streaming platforms out there. You know, we're both on Twitch. Check it out, twitch.tv. KocoSports, SidsLight. I think there's so much streaming services that if you weren't a fan of a corporation already, it's harder to get involved. Like, I have WWE Network. I have AEW. I have Impact. Like, I have all the streaming services, and I just cut them in half. I was like, I don't even get to watch it. Like, I had...
But if you're in the U.S., you don't have an AEW.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You
So I guess
pay
there's
for
less.
each pay-per-view.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Which is why the topic came up to me, was I was thinking about an AEW is... It's hard to watch all the AEW pay-per-views. It's very expensive.
Oh, I can imagine. I pre-order them. I think my pay-per-views are like $10 to $19 a piece. But I pre-order them. I don't know how much it costs in America. How much does a AEW pay-per-view cost in America?
I'll check how much Wrestle Dream's going to be.
All right. I don't know, because, like...
Wrestle Dream's going to be $50.
Jesus Christ, son of a... What? What? Oh, man. What?
Yeah.
What? Oh, man. $50 pay-per-view. Might as well go to the goddamn event at that price. Japan has that problem now. A lot of people are canceling New Japan because Japan's so small that it's just cheaper to go to the events.
Nice.
It's like, fuck it. Cancel New Japan. I'm just going to the event. Fuck you, Noah.
Can't
I'll
you
see
guys just hop on a bullet train and just fucking...
Yeah, you could probably...
Be there?
You could probably... the farthest away trip... if they stay in Japan, is a one-day trip. So it gets to the point where it's like, if you jack up the price too high, fuck it, we'll just go live. We'll show you. We'll show you,
Maybe.
You sick fucks.
What if that's the plan?
There's some people that think that is the plan. Yeah, if you live
Fucking
overseas...
got you, you suckers.
They did. Motherfucker, you got us, you son of a bitch. You got us! But yeah... I don't know. I think there's too many streaming services as it is. And the perfect example is some of them get lost in the shuffle. I used to really like Ring of Honor. Well, it depends. Ring of Honor works when the champion is the best in the world. So I used to really like Ring of Honor at certain parts of times. And I pre-ordered Ring of Honor Club. I had to cancel it. I only watched like 2 matches. It's just there's so much wrestling.
Kenny Omega being the ROH champion?
I would definitely support being ROH champion. I think they have to make a super channel. And I bring this up a lot because I'm a very pro Shane McMahon guy. Shane McMahon, his idea was to have a streaming service before Netflix, and his idea was to let all the competitors be on and be the ESPN of wrestling. If Shane McMahon did it, our lives would be a lot better.
Wrestling would have been a lot more popular, I think.
100%. And on top of that, I think they would have been making a lot more money. It's crazy to think that,
because honestly, they could have even sold the service back then, because back then streaming services didn't really have a set pricing or anything. They could have just sold it as basically $20 less than their pay-per-views, like $30 a month, and people would have paid for it because it would have included every WWE pay-per-view, every ECW pay-per-view, etc.
Impact and all the rest, New
Yeah.
Japan. You just think about
Yeah,
whoever at Ring of
if they
Honor.
had got all those people, every single person they added to it would have made people way more willing to pay for it.
I'll be completely honest. If Shane McMahon's plan came to fruition, I would have paid $6 a month. Not even blinked an eye. Because think about it, you were buying $50 pay-per-views.
More companies went into it, easy to raise it.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. There's because like I don't know about you. I have Netflix, which a company pays for me, so I don't know if I'm stealing it because I don't work for that company anymore. Don't get me Netflix. It's like someone pays for it and I have access to it, but I don't work for that company anymore. Is that officially stealing? I don't know. We'll let that up to the fucking Netflix jury. And I know if they cancel it, they're like, you're stealing Netflix. I don't know if I'll ever pay. Like, I think that's the problem with Netflix. If Netflix is like, you don't work for this company anymore, we're taking away your Netflix, I'd be like, or like someone in the company says we're cutting Dave off because he told on YouTube that he was getting free Netflix, I just wouldn't renew it. I got Disney Plus, but at this point, it's only Futurama. Like, if you, let's say, you know, they're taking shows off the air and reselling them. If Disney Plus sells Futurama, I'm out. And it gets to the point where I might start being a pirate because I'm very anti-pirating. I only pirate if it's the anarchist way of thinking. You're like, all right, where can I watch it? Can I pay for it? Oh, I can't pay for it. Are you going to give it to me? All right, I'm taking it. I'm willing to pay for anything, but you know, living in Japan, like you don't have access to that. Or if you're Impact, they'll take your money and not give you the fucking service, and then ignore you. Impact, can you please confront your Japanese fans because you've stole a lot of money from Japan and never delivered the pay-per-view. Just gonna throw that out there.
On the topic of pay-per-view prices versus a streaming service, I think it's undeniable that charging per pay-per-view versus having a streaming service that your wrestling product is on is the loss.
I'll say that one more time. I got lost.
I feel like it's undeniable you're losing viewership over time. You're losing opportunities to grow by not having a streaming service as a wrestling company now.
100%. And on top of that, if you're not one of the big guys, we're talking Impact, AEW, WWE, we're talking North America. If you're not one of those three big guys, I'm going to be completely honest. You be behind a paywall. Like we just did what was the Japanese
I was thinking while you were saying it, Tsukuban.
Yeah.
Tsukuban World.
If that was behind a paywall, there's no way I'd check it out.
Kudos to them at the way they deployed though.
And I think people need to put it on Twitch and YouTube more. I know this podcast's on YouTube. I know, we stream on Twitch, but companies, especially smaller companies, have to take advantage of that. Hell, WWE might be taking advantage of it in the near future. Yeah, so, it just depends on the situation. Because it is getting a little bit much, Like, hey, man, check it out. Pay for this, pay for this, pay for that. And it gets easier and easier to be a tribalist. You're like, well, I paid for this. I don't understand tribalists, and they make fun of something they don't watch or they never want to see do good. Those guys are perverts, and they should get their fucking dick smacked. But the rest of fucking human beings, like, here's an example. I go to every...
Willing to dick smack.
Yeah, I go to every Marvel movie. I'm fucking worn out now. I feel like, remember when Monday Night Raw was something you watched every night with Nitro, and then dun 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 dun, it felt like a job? I think we're at the dun 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 of Marvel. But when Marvel was on top of its game, phase 1, 2, and 3, I never made fun of DC once. I don't fucking understand, you fucking perverts. But at the same time, I think if you're behind a paywall and you're not one of the big three, you're hurting. And if you're not on a streaming service, you're hurting. Because AEW, I guess they don't have a streaming service in America, but here we just pop it on. And
that's why a lot of people are hoping that the new era announcement will be them announcing that they're going on to a streaming platform.
Yeah. Because I've never used Peacock. I've only used WWE Network. But word on the internet is that Peacock kind of sucks balls compared to WWE Network. I don't know how true that is, but I'm going to take your word for it. I don't know. I think
it's not great.
It's streaming.
But it has Alf.
It has Alf. Fucking Jesus. Get that goddamn shit.
That's a bonus for me.
Get that shit over here to Japan. I want to see some Alf. Yeah, we don't have Paramount. We don't. There's a couple of them we don't have.
Well, it's Peacock.
Oh, Peacock. Yeah, we don't have Peacock. But yeah.
Do you have Max?
What's that?
Do you have Max?
No, we don't have Max yet.
Oh, okay.
There's
That's probably where AEW will go.
Yeah. So it should be interesting. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting war. But I also think, like, unless someone combines them all, like a Netflix or a Disney Plus or one of the big boys, I think we're just going to be paying them individually. And it's just so easy for a fan to pick one. Like, all right, that's it. I'm in one. And that's how Japan fans have been for a long time. I feel like... Go ahead.
I still think... I don't know if we ever talked about it on air, but I know we had talked about it off air. If Amazon picked up a wrestling... the rights for a wrestling promotion and let you do watch parties for it...
Oh, it would be amazing.
It would be so good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because, like, so many people are competing and they're not taking advantage of the situation, and we're just paying out the yin yang. I mean, it's got to the point now is like, is there an online cable? You know? And I'm very lucky. I made a huge income back in the day on Combat TV. I would sell the rights and all that, but Combat TV is older than Netflix, so I remember when we had streaming television, we had to tell people that you could watch television on your computer. I remember we had it at WrestleMania 24. We did a marketing campaign where people were like, you can watch TV on your computer. They didn't understand. We hand them flyers, like any random flyer. We handed them a flyer, and we're like, here you go. This is good for one free match. Go to that site and get a free match. It was a 24/7 live stream channel. And they're like, I got more than one match. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. You're one of the lucky ones. Don't worry about it. Just keep watching. Yeah. It's insane how many people were called up, honestly. Like, if you thought you were only getting one match and you got a whole channel, would you call up? I probably wouldn't, but there's some honest people out there.
I would.
You'd be like, what the hell? Am I breaking the law? Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Nah, depending on stuff, I usually tell them myself.
Yeah. Because to me, like, if you're not one of the big three in a country, take Japan, Mexico, America, maybe Europe. I don't know the wrestling scene as much as I should. If you're one of the big three in your country, maybe you get behind a paywall. But if you're not one of the big three, let's just focus on North America for a second. If you are not WWE, AEW, or Impact, maybe New Japan, we can have that debate which one's number 2.
Impact should honestly just put their shit on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't make anyone pay for your shit.
Well, I paid for it, and guess what? I got fucked on pay-per-view night.
I'm sorry to you. I'm sorry to Andy Paps, and I'm sorry to everyone else who pays for TNA. I mean Impact.
I stopped paying for Impact. It was like, okay, I bought the pay-per-view, and they're like, it's blocked in your country. You took my money, but it's blocked in your country. You took my money.
Yep.
Yeah, so Impact, listen, dude. And not only that, but I can't wait till a time and world where with the streaming services, if you dominate the streaming services, you don't have to block it out in any country. If there's just 1 or 2, 3 winners.
It's true.
So it should be
like,
interesting.
What's that called? A monopoly.
Yeah. I used to be anti-monopoly, but now, fuck it. We lost anyway.
Nah, I don't like Monopoly. I figure after you've played it with people a few times, it's not that fun.
Are you one that's going to get angry at Monopoly?
No, I get bored.
It does get boring.
I just don't care. Like, I'm so apathetic playing Monopoly.
Here's the thing. Monopoly's really fun until all the properties are bought. And then it feels like a legit fucking job.
Yeah, it's just boring.
Like, in the beginning, it's kind of exciting. You're like, who's going to get Boardwalk? Who's going to get fucking Bordick Avenue. But once all the pieces are fucking sold, and you like got 2 railroads, and someone's about to go bankrupt, and you're negotiating contracts for that fucking railroad.
You know who's
You're like,
gonna
I
win
guess
Monopoly
be
playing with
fucking
me?
work. The bank?
The person who notices that I got bored and makes some outrageous trade deal with me to give me something stupid like the 2 brown territories.
I'm like, give me everything for $6, and you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, and then they'll make the trade, and I'm like, all right, well, that's a good deal for me. No one else is like, they're gonna win now, and I'm like, oh no.
And maybe not a monopoly, but like this is where you get sports. This is where you get wrestling. What?
I just figure it needs to be yelled randomly.
I think you're right. Adam. It does feel good. God damn you, Roderick Strong. But yeah, so I guess question of the day for this segment: how many streaming services do you have, and like, how small of a company do you have to be? Like, because I like Wrestle Universe. They got a bunch. I got New Japan. I got WWE. I got AEW package. But after that, I'm kind of overwhelmed. I'm like a little overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that just total glosses over the whole pay-per-view aspect.
Oh, well, most of the pay-per-views are...
Alternative question for chat.
Oh, okay.
Would
well,
you rather
that's for North
pay
American
for a monthly
audience.
pay-per-view or streaming service?
I think everyone would rather have a streaming service, right?
Exactly. Tony Khan, take notes.
Yeah.
Your 2 pay-per-views in a week, god damn it.
Like, listen here, Tony. Yeah, he recently said in a...
All of us don't own the Jaguars, buddy.
He's like, I don't understand. Why don't you like it? It's like, what? Oh, man. So, yeah. Pay-per-view, streaming service. How many streaming services will you have? And does it matter? Like, Wrestle Universe has like 4 or 5 companies, so I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. Like, I want to get Stardom, but it's like, fuck you, Bushiroad. You own both of them. Like, here's what's weird. If Bushiroad charged me $20 for Stardom New Japan combo, I would pay it. But to charge me $10 separately for 2 products, I'm like, I'm out. Fuck you, Bushiroad. Actually,
raise that to them.
Actually, no. In fairness, I went to the Tokyo Video Game Show. It's been like the highlight of my fucking month. I got to meet Bushiroad. And I tried to talk New Japan to him, and they did not give a fuck. They're like, I was like, hey, man, New Japan, Stardom, that's really cool. And he's like, yeah, dude, here's the new game. So, do you like New Japan? Here's the new game. Okay. Do you think Stardom and New Japan will combine and make one company or streaming service? I said, here's the new game. It's like, okay, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't fucking know. It's a fucking game. There you go. So, Bushiroad. I don't know. Am I a fool? Let me ask you, Raccoon. Would you buy 2 services for $20 instead of 2 separate services for $10 each?
No.
Really?
You said 2 services for $20.
Yeah, or
two for $10.
Well, no. I meant two separate. You missed the word separate.
You're a bad marketer.
2. You fucking missed the word separate.
You never said the first 2 were the same one.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway. Are you
get?
I forgot. I'm fucking here with old man fucking punch drunk Grandpa Raccoon. Let me slow it down. Would you rather have Stardom and New Japan together in one package for $20, or have Stardom $10 and New Japan $10 and buy them together? That's the point.
I'd rather have Stardom as 10 and New Japan as 10, so that I don't have to get New Japan and watch 8-man matches.
There's a lot of those. Of those.
All right. Stardom gives you way more one-on-ones.
Yeah, they do, actually.
Yeah.
That's actually fucking true. It's actually true. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told you. See?
Speaking of women's wrestling, Jadeberg. Jadeberg is headed to WWE. All right. I just want you to go find all the fucking WWE, as Rant and Review would say, sweaties, as I say, nipple rubbers, and find when they bash Jade in AEW and praise her in WWE. You stand for nothing! That's what I want you to do. You stand for nothing. You know what you stand for? Absolutely nothing. You're fucking pathetic. You are fucking pieces of shit that fucking don't deserve to ever have an opinion. No, but serious note, Jade is fucking one of the more successful women in AEW history, and I hope WWE protects her, and, you know, she become a huge star. What's your thought on Jade headed to WWE?
I think it was a given. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think her to NXT would have made more sense, but I understand that they seem to be fast tracking her into the main roster. But my gripe is, all right, you were heavily protected your whole run. You got a crazy reign.
Yeah.
You barely gave back. It's kind of shitty to now be doing the PR circuit of how if you wanted to have a real dream, you had to go to WWE. If this is what you want, you have to go to WWE. There's only one place to do these things, etc., etc. I don't know. It feels kind of like she's burying AEW a little, and that's a little shitty, I think, considering how much they gave her and protected her.
I honestly think, though, that's like why she got the deal, though. I think she doesn't cut those. If she doesn't cut those promos, yeah, because the same thing with Cody Rhodes. It's just marketing.
Cody
brand
didn't shit on him though.
I know, but if you watch the documentary, Cody's like, "Don't let this out." And then after he said why he left AEW, Triple H cut himself in and said, "Yeah, that's why everyone dreams about the WWE title." It's like not the NWA, not WCW, not AWA. Propaganda works on you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Propaganda works on you. Bam, 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 bam.
I still think it's a little shitty. But yeah, I think Jade going there is a given.
Yeah. And she has superstar status. And I just, here's the thing.
What do you think they're going to do with her first, actually?
Well, there's two things. They're either going to do the right thing and protect her and make her a star and build her up to go against Charlotte or someone.
I think they are, because I think they're going to use her and Cody as recruiting tools.
Yeah. Oh, and also an example for anyone else that wants to jump ship.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's a recruiting tool.
Either that or it's going to be Goldberg. Like, oh, you go out there, we're going to expose you. They can't fucking wrestle. Meanwhile, like half the fucking roster in WWE can't wrestle.
I think there are a lot of women in WWE that can carry her in matches and protect her on the main roster. Asuka can protect and carry.
Asuka, Charlotte, Bianca Belair,
Becky. Bianca, I don't know. Bianca's still younger, so I don't know if she can.
But she's pretty solid in the ring.
Yeah, but I don't know if she can full general a whole match and cover someone. You know what I mean? Fully.
Yeah.
Becky, Charlotte, Bayley,
yeah.
Io, Asuka, Rhea.
Yeah. So yeah, they got some good options to work with her
too.
I mean, who's their Molly Holly? Who's their gatekeeper? Who's the Victoria? Who's the Gail Kim?
I know.
There's got to be like a mid-card female that is pretty good at wrestling. Natalya.
It's honestly
Natalya.
Yeah.
There's your gatekeeper.
Yeah, I forgot about.
Yeah, Natalya is probably perfect if she's healthy.
Well, I think she's on her way out though.
Yeah, but Natalya's the sweetest fucking human being on planet Earth.
I adore Natalya. She's fantastic.
She'll definitely put her over going out if she is going out. So,
Natalya will put people over all year long.
Yeah, I think the recruiting tool, and not only that, but she's saying everything WWE wants to say. It's like, yep. All she needs is a podcast, and then she'll be fine.
Yeah, I think for what she wanted and how her whole thing has always been about building her own brand and image, I think for her this was a no-brainer. If they let her keep her name, it was worth it for her.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think they're because they're doing main roster right away. So I think they're going to do that. And honestly, I hope they're going to book her strong, but who knows?
Well, it would make sense to if they don't book her strong, it's kind of like a waste for everyone.
Yeah. It's like why?
It's just like cheap shots for the sake of cheap shots, and I think Triple H is above that. I could see her because like they did a really good job with Dom Dom. I could see her having Dom Dom type protection. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's like
honestly, you know where she makes sense to slot her in immediately, and she gets that immediate protection.
Who's that?
Bobby Lashley's faction, Primetime Players.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Primetime Players. Hurt Business.
Yeah, I think it's the Hurt Locker.
Fuck, I don't remember.
I could be wrong.
The guys in business suits that are all cool.
Yeah, and then she could be. Because like
she fits it aesthetically. She fits it. Her theme and gimmick
her
already
sass,
fits in
with
it.
Attitude.
Yeah, she slots in perfectly, and it makes sense for them to recruit her.
Yeah, and me and you are very pro the men and women getting together in factions, just like Judgment Day, just like the one in AEW.
I think it's super important.
Yeah, I kind of agree, and it just makes it seem it elevates women's wrestling. It elevates women's wrestling. So overall, we'll be cheering for you. Kenny Omega had a great tweet saying like, "Hey, wrestlers ain't fucking jerk-offs like the fans." And as a guy that met 90% of fucking pro wrestlers today, that's a pretty good statement. Pretty good statement.
Well, he did it because Ricky Starks publicly on Twitter was cheering her on and congratulating
why would you cheer
her.
Your friends
and
on?
People were shitting on him, saying, "Oh, he's a traitor. He's obviously going to go there next," which he probably is. But
I mean, even if he does, who cares?
It kind of fits him. So, if he does, yeah, I also agree. If he does, who cares? Both companies have enough wrestlers to easily keep their show running.
And the
there
thing
are
is,
a few that I don't want to see leave the companies, but if the wrestlers are overall happy and making money, then good for them.
Like example, Nakamura fits better in New Japan. AJ Styles fits better in New Japan. Jake Lee would probably fit better in WWE. There's just like people. Dolph Ziggler would fit better in AEW.
Dolph Ziggler would fit best in DDT.
Maybe, but yeah.
Stand by
so I'm rooting for Jadeberg, and I hope she does well. And here's the thing: there's a stereotype about pro wrestlers not having friends. Pro wrestling fans not having friends, and I kind of feel that because this is what I mean. Is that it shocks me? Rant and Review is my YouTube friend, and he's way more successful than me. And people are like, "Oh my God, can you believe he's more successful?" Why? Do you not want your friends to do fucking good? Do you not if SidsLight got a fucking contract to go book WWE, as long as you leave professionally, why wouldn't you fucking root? The only time I don't fucking
I would leave unprofessional as fuck.
You just shit right on the table. Be like,
oh yeah,
I'm fucking gone. See you later, suckers. I just don't understand. I
told you to send me Pocky, you piece of shit.
You did. I haven't. You have to send me an address. I got to make that happen. I got to make that. You know what I'm really bad at lately, just because I'm fucking overwhelmed? I always say, I got to stop saying it's top priority. I do that. I was about to say it to you. It's like top priority. That means nothing anymore. My top priority is watered down beyond belief. Beyond belief. You're like, hey, I need a list of stuff to do. Top priority.
Hold up that Taguchi pin for the camera.
It's top priority. I'm sending it. It's good there. It's getting there. Top priority. Oh man. Well, hopefully Jade Cargill is top priority for WWE, and they push her to the moon. And wrestling fans, be better friends and wish your friends best of luck. And on top of that, Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that you guys get angry and offended when the others don't, you know? And maybe it's the ECW, maybe it's the kayfabe, or maybe it's just tribalism. It's a weird situation. Because no, it's weird. If your company that you're a fan of, you don't own it, there's no stocks, and even if you, I got fucking 36 cents in WWE, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. If you are not making a full-time wage by a company, you should not fucking have to put it over. Hell, dude, I'll lower the standards. If they're not paying you fucking $20, you shouldn't feel obligated to have to. Like, that's a little low, but still, you shouldn't feel obligated to be like, yeah. I mean, hell, dude, at least get free fucking pay-per-views, get free WWE Network, get free something, you son of a bitch. There you go. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they book the women's division right, and that leads us to the next thing. Becky Lynch. All right, boop. Becky Lynch, this is from the New York Post. Becky Lynch out to help fix WWE's credibility issue in Raw's women's division.
Jeez.
So there you go. I apologize. Should I do that segment over? What do you think?
No, it's too late.
Too late?
Too late.
It's like, look how pissed off she is in the photo.
It's in the podcast already.
I know. I was like, my thing is, I was like, dude, I won't burp. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Blah.
Nobody respects women's wrestling.
I don't know. I know it sounds weird. I just treat it equal. If the women can go.
You just burped during their intro.
I've burped and farted in men's intros too. But
never heard it.
Really? I'm so scared that you guys can hear my farts.
Why? Why would you tell me that? I don't want to know about. Why couldn't you have let me be blissfully unaware that you're over there ripping ass every few seconds?
Becky Lynch is very pissed off for us.
Cheddar.
Oh yeah, sometimes, dude. Like sometimes I'll like fart and look on stream, just look at the camera and be like, don't think anyone noticed that one.
Well, the perverts that only tune in for the women's videos are gonna love this start.
Yeah, I say we start over. Like I'll put a thing.
It's too late.
Just edit. This is all in.
Yeah, it's too late. It's in. This is called a podcast, Dave.
5. But dude, ain't you the editor? Yeah, you can edit it out.
We don't edit podcasts.
Just fucking go
Dave,
crazy.
No.
Edit it out.
Edit out. Podcast. Nope. I'm not editing it out.
We're fixing it in post. We'll do it live.
We're not.
Oh, we are.
It all stays. No, the podcast we run start to finish. The podcast is the podcast.
Here's the thing, though. If you don't edit it out, the short will be like, they'll be like, I can't believe it. Negative.
Yeah.
I wanted my news within 10 fucking seconds, and you guys got distracted. Yeah.
That's fine.
Tell me what I want to hear.
Distracted, they're new here.
I want to get a T-shirt that just says, "Tell me what I want to hear." And then when someone disagrees, we just send them the T-shirt.
Donald Trump?
I don't know. I was trying to go with an old man Dave Batista. Does Donald Trump sound like an old man Dave Batista?
Sounded like an angry Donald Trump.
Maybe.
Tell me what I want to hear.
I was just picturing old man Batista, I guess.
No.
You know, because he's like, tell me what I want. And then I was like, I'm a little old. And like, tell me what I need to hear. No. Know what I need to hear? The story. From New York Post. Becky Lynch out to help fix WWE's credibility issues in Raw's women division. I thought they knew how to tell stories, according to all their loyalists. Becky Lynch.
It's not that. It's that they're not really building much of the stories for the women. The women aren't getting tons of time. SmackDown gives them more. Raw doesn't really give them any. SmackDown gives them the most, I would say. Rhea's super over, but Rhea doesn't really have a credible challenger that makes sense at all because they haven't really built anyone else up in the roster who's on Raw to be a credible challenger for her.
Yeah. I see your point. I think they here's my thing. I'm getting kind of tired of being the world being good, but being forced to be good and half-assing good. If you're gonna have a women's division, book it properly and give it time. If you're not gonna have a women's division, just say we're not having a women's division. I'm getting tired of like the middle land. It's like we have a women's division. Did you see that 6-second match? I feel like
NXT's been booking their women's division okay.
yeah. So I'm hoping they fix it because it's the same thing with like in Japan. They have the women's divisions. The women start doing good, and then the men are like, "Oh, you should be in our company," and then everyone's like, "Yeah, I want to see the women," and they're like, "Oh, do you watch TJPW or Stardom?" No. Like, do you really want to see the women? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not fake outrage. It's fake, I'm a good person, you know?
Yeah.
So, do it or don't do it. But right now, Rhea Ripley is absolutely amazing. And now build up a challenger for her.
I agree with Becky, though. They need more time.
I don't know, because it's a tough call.
They have SmackDown and they have Raw. You're telling me you can't give the women like a solid 30 minutes to an hour each week?
Yes, I do believe that. But once again, it's like a lot of times I feel the women are just there to say they're there. I don't think they're putting effort into the women. I think if you say, I want women to have 16 minutes, they throw together women's matches for 16 minutes. I don't think they're genuinely trying to build a women's division. I think they're genuinely trying to stay out of trouble.
And that's crazy considering they have some of the best women in the world.
Yeah. They have some great women's wrestling. And I just think they have to go all in and all out. But a lot of times, I call it the zoom in, zoom out. I notice this a lot on AEW, and WWE does it. Like, they'll have the winner, they'll zoom out for the crowd reaction. There is no crowd reaction, and they zoom right back in. I see that a lot with women's wrestling. I feel like...
Okay, but in defense of that, how are people supposed to get where they're excited?
Yeah, you have to sacrifice time.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to be the WNBA.
But you have to do something to build it up. That's part of why we were saying before having women in factions is so good.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's a way to get Julia Hart right now is a good example from AEW. You, at the very least, there's a reason to cheer for her with nothing else about her if you like the faction she's in. Yeah. It's a reason to start to cheer for and be interested in her. It's basically like giving them a spotlight for fans who are interested in the group they're in to then be like, all right, well, now she's wrestling. I'm more interested in seeing more about her because she's part of a faction I like.
And I 100% agree with you, and I just want to add one more thing. They get more TV time. Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, oh, okay, they're with this group. Oh, there they are. It's like the Four Horsemen thing. You see Talia everywhere. I like that a lot. Hopefully that's how they fix it. But they do have to do something now. Go ahead.
Well, WWE, I saw someone mentioned it the other day that when they used to do the mixed tag match tournament for WWE, that was great. Do that again.
Yeah.
You're pairing off your men with different women randomly, and it's a great chance to just get a little spotlight on all these different women.
It's not bad. I just don't know if they have the WNBA attitude. I'm never gonna change. You gotta fucking love us. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Going forward how it goes with WWE.
Yeah, as long as because here's the thing, Asuka, Bianca Belair, Charlotte. You put any of those girls in a match, you got me. Sky, depending on her opponent. I'm not much of a Becky Lynch person, but I don't hate her. She's just...
Here's my thing for it. Is, okay, WWE doesn't have to worry about men jumping ship, really. It's not a big thing for their men's division if a guy's jumping a ship. There's not going to be many people that would jump, that are going to create a big splash. Yeah. Their women's division's a different story. If WWE's women's division starts jumping ship, they have a lot of very, very, very popular and talented women that if they start jumping ship can instantly explode a division. Like, if Mercedes starts wrestling in AEW, that is instantly a boon for their viewership because the women's division, there are people who like women's wrestling. And if these super talented women start leaving your company, that's one thing that would boom AEW's viewership, I think, is getting some of those top women.
And on top of that, you're
Tony
also
Storm would be stoked.
you're also losing a like. All right, so let's just do this mathematically speaking. You probably have 20 really good wrestlers in the men's division. You have some mid-card guys and all that, but you could be like, oh, these 20 guys can probably shine everywhere. For women, it's smaller. You probably only have 5 women that can shine everywhere. So even if Charlotte leaves, Asuka leaves, and they become a star in AEW, that's bad. But also, you have less in your boat. Like if you lose a main eventer from the men, there's so many men that can fill that spot. I don't think there's that many women that can fill Charlotte's spot. I don't think there's that many women that can fill Asuka's spot.
Not only that, but if you have your top women leaving because they're disgruntled about how you treat your women's division, it's going to be harder to recruit women.
Yeah, I think so. And then, but like you could sell it where these guys give a shot. But I don't think any of the men's companies are doing really well. That's why it always shocks me that people that are like, I love women's wrestling, they don't support TJPW, Stardom. I don't know if Eve's still in business. I just find it weird. It's like, but I don't know.
Well, to be fair,
hey, how about this? Let's
a lot
my
of
last
people.
statement.
Okay,
I got you.
Before we do, I want to just offer a counterpoint to what you just said. To be fair, you can say the same of men's wrestling. You could tell you can have a WWE or an AEW fan who's like, oh, I absolutely love this specific style of match. And you can be like, oh man, Dragon Gate is literally nothing but that style of match the whole time, every time.
Yeah.
And they won't go watch it. That's not really their
true.
show. They'll instead keep asking for it on their show.
Yeah, that is a great point. That is a great point. I guess my last point, and I'll let you finish it up too, your last point on the segment. My last point is, I don't know if this makes me an asshole, but I only want a women's division if it's good. If it's not good, don't fucking do it. I don't know. Does that make me an asshole? But I'd probably say the same thing about the men.
I want it if it's trying to be good.
Yeah.
I understand if it's not good, but I want you to be trying.
But I don't think counting minutes is as important as them trying. Because you always get those people.
Yeah. What matter.
Exactly. Because you always get these people who are like, all right, I got 18 minutes. I got 20 minutes. I got 23 minutes. Like, let's just take AEW. The last minute of Dynamite, that was the most important minute of the show. Maybe last 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was a 30-second maybe angle.
Yeah. So I just want them to try, and I want it to be good. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you're equal, I say the same thing about the men. Just want you to try and be good. That's it. So, Becky Lynch, good luck, and hopefully women's wrestling becomes something spectacular. I want to see like the women's UFC division, because like there's 2 ways to go. You can be the UFC division, the women's division, which is legit over the top entertainment, women's professional sports, the highest level. Or you can be the WNBA that gets yelled at and be like, why ain't you watching it? Why ain't you watching me? Be the female UFC. Be that. So there you go. All right. Next segment. Whoop. Booker T. Booker T. Booker T calls AEW. This is the headline from Wrestling Inc. Booker T calls AEW star the most underrated wrestler in the history of the business. And I'm like, hell yeah. Booker T. He's going to put over an AEW guy. It is Christian. He basically puts over Christian. And it's factual.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But he did tickle my balls with that fucking clickbait headline. Christian is absolutely fantastic, having one of the best runs that he's had character development-wise. And Booker T, usually all pro WWE. Shill? Who said that? But yeah, Christian's always done good, in my opinion. And I do think, I agree that I don't even know that he's underrated. I think he was underused. And I only think he's underrated and underused in WWE.
If he's underused, though, wasn't that because he was underrated by the company?
Yeah, but I would only say WWE's company. He really wasn't underrated and underused at Impact.
His career was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You're probably right. I don't know. I haven't done the math. It's kind of like Kurt Angle seen as a WWE guy, but he was an Impact longer. I don't know how long.
Yeah, well, but
he was an Impact for a while. He was in AEW for a while and had great runs there. I think, wasn't he the ECW champ when ECW was owned by Vince?
I don't know.
I don't know. Does anyone remember the ECW champs, the lineage of the fucking WWE one?
No.
I don't know. Here's the thing.
Wrestling Ransom probably does.
Maybe. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe he's a historian. He's got a good memory.
Yeah, he probably knows.
You know what?
Probably list them
Let's
in
challenge.
order or
Let's challenge him. Rant and review. Do you know all the WWE ECW guys without looking at Wikipedia? I don't know. I just think he was underused and underrated by WWE, but if that's majority of the company, yeah, I could see it. He's doing well in AEW, did well in Impact, and I've always been a Christian guy all the time. And not only that, but what he's doing right now is gold. By the way, one vote by Andy Papp says we keep King Raptor Man. King Raptor Man does get to stay because Luchasaurus got the title, and then Christian won it right away. And yeah, I don't know though. Like that stupid skit about people's dead family members are just—it's so stupid, but it fucking hits me every time. It hits me every time.
I mean, he did it again during the JR segment, which I thought was a. We didn't actually talk about that in the review. That was an excellent use of JR as a side topic while we're talking about Christian. That is how you should be utilizing JR at this point in his career.
Yeah. That, and also I'm glad they're not fighting it for him. Because JR looks like the Popeyes meme when they start fighting. He just walks off the stage. Let's not fight in front of JR, boys. But yeah, I thought it was perfect. I don't know. I really like where it's going. And I normally don't agree with Booker T because he's like, WWE is the best, everything, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? He got me with the clickbait. He tickled my balls with the clickbait. And, yeah, Christian, probably one of the best wrestlers. Maybe most underrated. I don't know. Can you think of a more underrated guy than Christian?
Definitely. I feel like it's just a matter of sitting there and thinking about him.
Yeah,
there have definitely been people in wrestling though that were underrated as fuck.
Yeah, because like before Impact and the explosion of number 2 companies.
WWE just fired Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, that's true. Underrated as fuck. Because like, a lot of younger fans don't realize this, but when there was a monopoly of WWE, which you guys are worshiping, there were so many wrestlers that just didn't make it that were amazing. If it ain't no Impact Wrestling, there's probably no AJ Styles. AJ Styles had a crew around him. Billy Five, Scoot Andrews, Christopher Daniels. Like, I'm just glad that there's more than one company.
Not only that, but how many great wrestlers got stuck in really stupid gimmicks?
Oh, yeah. Especially in the 80s and 90s.
Like if you were an Asian wrestler and you tried to wrestle anywhere in America, you kind of got fucked for a long time.
Hell, dude, even a couple of years ago, they fucked Okada.
That's true. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so, Christian, we're happy for you. Booker T, salute. And, yeah. Speaking of Christian, Edge. Everyone's saying Edge coming to AEW, Edge coming to AEW, Edge coming to AEW. I'm going to say it now. Just get it out of the way. Christian, I always thought Christian was better than Edge. Think Edge overrated. Don't think he did much to his last run in WWE except make Edge fans absolutely happy. And I don't
put
know.
himself over.
I don't know if I want him in AEW. I don't want to be Dixie Carter Jr. You know, I don't want Dixie Khan. I don't think you should get every wrestler. You should get the ones that match your vision. But right about now that Tony has lost his vision, it's an interesting situation. I don't know. I don't know if I sign Edge because it gets the pop, and people are like, "Oh, finally we have a superstar." And then
I think you do sign him, but I don't think you. For one, I don't unless you come up with a really good angle to do it. I don't think you pair him with Christian right away, no matter what.
Yeah,
I think you let Christian keep cooking. Christian is doing something great. If they come up with a way to work Edge into it that makes sense and Christian can keep cooking the way he is, sure. But for the most part, I do think Edge, I think, is a big enough name that it's kind of worth getting him over for a little bit. And also, eventually, I'm sure him and Christian would love to do just them fucking about for a while.
Yeah. So it would be interesting. Plus, they have the Hardys sitting there waiting on a roster. I don't know, a lot of WWE fans would like that, and they'd probably get a retirement. And Edge and Christian probably a retirement match, and Edge probably wants to prove himself to something
against each other.
Yeah. And Edge probably wants to prove something to WWE and say, "Look, I can still do this." I don't know. I just don't. I think the roster for AEW is too big, and I don't want it to be Impact Junior, where we just sign everybody over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't make sense. Like
I agree.
I want WWE has a vision under Triple H. AEW had a vision and they lost it. Impact really doesn't have a vision. New Japan lost its vision but trying to get it back. Noah's poking itself in the eyes with mud. Dragon Gate believes in its vision. That's one fucking company. And there's a new company on YouTube that at least has a vision for one episode, so hopefully they keep it. I don't know. I kind of like going to Noah, New Japan, Dragon Gate, All Japan, and know the type of wrestling I'm getting. Well, old New Japan. I think WWE is okay with a mix, but if you're not number one, you should be different. And it just seems like Edge and the loss of Tony's vision. I make it sound like he went blind like Daredevil, but he lost his booking vision. It just seems like, all right, we'll just get anyone. But also at the same time, you want Edge, hard times. You want Edge to fucking get scrambled eggs for his kids. You want, you know what I mean? Hopefully Edge was good with his money. So, all right, Edge, final verdict. Want him in? Don't want him in? And what would you put him as with your Booker cap?
I don't know the best way to utilize him. I know I had fantasy booked an idea before that you had liked, but I don't remember what it was. I think there are ways to use him, but I think he needs to be elevating someone young no matter what. If he's not elevating people, then I don't think he's useful.
Yeah. If he's just going to do what he did in WWE.
That's my hardline stance on anyone who's at that point in their career. If you're not elevating people, you're useless.
And sometimes with people with standards, not people that just blindly say everything is awesome or blindly say, I love this company. People with standards, I think people with standards, Edge beating Finn Balor kind of tarnished his career.
I think so too.
It's just like, oh.
You were building a young faction and putting it over, and then in the end you went over.
Yeah. We do not need that. We had CM Punk for that. We have Chris Jericho for that. We don't need that. Buddy.
That said, you can elevate people while beating them. Daniel Bryan has, while winning, been elevating Ricky Starks.
Yeah, it's a rare case in good booking, but Jericho beating MJF didn't elevate anyone.
Agree.
Edge beating Finn Balor didn't elevate anyone. It gets to a point where you have to... the booker has to step in,
you
or
have to be capable. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think the problem is you have to be capable of putting on a great match that showcases the other guy while you win. Which is why I think Daniel Bryan can do it. Daniel Bryan is going to put on a match that's going to make the other guy look great, even while he's winning.
Yeah. So,
but Edge doesn't really do that.
Because here's the thing, Christian, even though in character he's being a piece of shit, in reality he's helping people get over.
God, I hope he beats Darby Allin though. Please.
I don't know. Best of 3 in Seattle. Best of 3 in Seattle. Darby's hometown. What
Please,
if
Christian?
What if? Okay. What if? Oh God, no. I
what
booked.
If Jack Perry shows up.
No, worse. I booked this story in my head, and as I was booking it in my head, I disappointed myself.
Edge.
Yep. I say it's best of 3. Fucking here comes the dinosaur. Edge spears him. Edge joins Sting and Darby Allin and fucking Nick Wayne.
God, why?
That's what my brain came up with, and I'm mad at my brain. I'm mad at my brain. Stupid fucking brain. That's why you don't go with first takes every time.
Nah, you know what works better?
Yeah.
All right. Christian's just over the line, beating the shit out of Darby Allin with Luchasaurus. Sting comes down. Sting's about to get work done. Lights go out. Lights come back on. He's getting speared by Edge.
With Gangrel.
No.
What? Why no Gangrel?
Gangrel's not part of this universe.
I love Gangrel.
We only use people that can wrestle.
First off, ouch. Second off,
sorry, Gangrel.
Maybe a little manager. Maybe a little manager. A little Gangrel manager, baby.
Why do you need Gangrel as a manager?
Because I love Gangrel. There, I said it, okay?
There's no reason to love Gangrel.
Hey, first off,
Gangrel.
Hold on. First off, Jerry O'Neill, I do nothing absolutely at all. Wait, let me rephrase that. I mispronounced his name. Jerry, I do nothing at all. O'Neill. Favorite wrestler of all time is Gangrel. All right, let me tell you, I'm a cameraman. I'm in a shady fucking place. I'm recording pro wrestling. There is a very beautiful woman and a very beautiful man. They look like seniors in college. You know, like they're young adults. They got their lives together. Gangrel, drunk as fuck, hugs the girl and says, "How about we do this?" Her boyfriend says, "What the fuck?" He hugs her boyfriend. He's like, "Hey, it's okay. I'm open-minded. We can do this together." How do you not want to book that man? Impossible, dude. Impossible.
He sounds like an asshole.
He was a little bit under the booze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Gangrel.
No, Gangrel. I tried to have your back, Gangrel.
You just talked him out of it.
I did. I laughed. I laughed. Sorry, I'm just saying I fucking giggled. Gangrel. I giggled. I was like, but then he was cool. Gangrel was pretty awesome. Gangrel hung out with ACW. Anyway, all right, how about this? Honest to God, look in your raccoon heart. Gangrel joining as a manager with Christian and a Dinosaur, or Edge joining Christian and a Dinosaur? I mean, heel Edge would be kind of cool, but
Edge, because at least there's a chance for a good match somewhere.
First off, dude,
Gangrel's not going to give you that.
All right, Gangrel, I challenge you to a 5-star match.
And Christian is the manager. He doesn't need a manager.
Oh, that's true. Good point. I'm just trying to get my boy Gangrel some fucking paydays here, okay?
No.
Team Gangrel.
He's
Gangrel
going to be
is
the leader of the
elite.
Monster Squad soon, and you need to learn to respect him. He's going to have a dinosaur. He's going to have a vampire superstar, and then who knows what. Maybe he steals Sting, and he has a robot man.
Oh no, it's going to lead to a 6-man tag though. Edge and Christian and Dinosaur versus Sting, Darby Allin, and Nick Wayne.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're shoving Nick Wayne down my throat.
Yeah.
And
I love the fact that, I don't know, I feel like a 6-year-old is telling a 4-year-old life advice when I see Darby Allin and Nick Wayne together.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This guy who doesn't have his life together is giving this other guy advice. This guy's diving off shit, doing reckless, suicidal shit all the time. Keeps his face half painted with the skull. Come on, Nick Wayne, someone step in and intervene. He needs a real fucking help here. Come on, man. He's
Christian.
grieving his father, and he's got this nut job in there.
What if he joins Christian Cage? Now that's a man you could get behind. Christian Cage.
I don't think Christian would take him.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Anyway, Edge might be all elite. Are you pro Edge all elite? Anti Edge all elite? I don't know.
Pro if he's putting people over.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm just a fucking Edge.
And it entirely depends on how it's done.
Yeah.
Like
what if he's the mask guy?
What Christian's doing, he's instantly shit for me.
What if he's the mask guy for MJF? You ever think about
that could be okay.
Yeah.
But one of them had a neck brace, so.
Oh, God, yes. All right, next segment. Boom! Adam Cole, baby! Adam! Adam! Oh, God, I can't stop fucking doing it. It's hilarious. I hate myself for loving Roderick Strong's gimmick. I just hate myself. I fucking hate everything about it.
There are people out there who I know legitimately hate it, and those people are missing out.
Dude, I hate it. I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it.
There were people that were mad when he did the fucking neck brace posing shirtless gym pic, and I thought that was the funniest shit ever. I was losing it when I saw it. I was like, this motherfucker really took a gym picture with the neck brace on.
Oh, man. So, Adam Cole, made of paper, not enough steroids, doesn't know how to jump off a fucking stage. What's the situation with Adam Cole, sir?
He seems to get unluckily injured a lot.
Yeah.
And if this were WWE, I'm pretty sure he would already be like on the "we're not giving you a title" list.
Yeah. Hopefully he bounced back. Hopefully they got a story lined up. The mask guys are very interesting.
I mean, he might be one of the mask guys.
Could be.
They might just kayfabe claim that he was never injured, and he's one of the mask guys.
That would take a lot of clever writing on behalf of Tony Khan.
There were 5 of them.
So,
yeah, there were 5 of them. That's the Kingdom, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong,
and Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
There you go. Yeah. We talked about this a little bit on a review. There is a disadvantage of not taking steroids and being natural, and one of them is the recovery time and injury time. So, I guess that's one of the disadvantages of being a clean fighter. Maybe he's not clean, but by his body type and how often he gets injured, it doesn't raise any red flags that he's an abuser or a user.
I'm pretty sure that MJF's taking all his steroids.
He's like, give them to me.
Are these kosher?
But yeah, hopefully he gets healthy. They got an interesting storyline. And I do agree, even though he would be Triple H's boy, they'd probably be cutting him by now. And I guess that's one of the advantages of having more than one company. And hopefully he has a speedy recovery. Classy dude. And the storyline is the masked guy. The masked guys, MJF, Jay White,
you can do it, buddy.
Adam Cole. Do you think this is like one of the most exciting things we've had in a while? Like, we've been talking on air and off air about this a lot.
I'm pretty interested in it. I'm pretty interested in it.
I just hope they have a plan and it pays off. Because a lot of times in wrestling throughout history, all companies, I feel like they've messed up stuff like this before. I hope Tony has a plan, because this is the first thing, storyline-wise, that I'm like, I'm fucking on board. I'm on board. All you have to do is deliver an ending, and I'm on board.
If they hadn't revealed the mask guy part, I would have thought it was the Creepers.
Yeah, so I thought that was probably one of the best segments. So hopefully he recovers fast. Hopefully he comes back. And him and MJF have been absolutely fantastic together. And I'm looking forward to it. And if they keep the mask, dude, what about this? They have the mask guys wrestle, and it's not Adam Cole, but when they unmask, it's Adam Cole. Kind of like
That's
CP
what I was saying.
Okay, well,
that's what I was telling you, was that kayfabe, they just pretend it was him the whole time. That having the mask lets it be protected.
But think about the guy in the mask actually doing the matches. Goddamn fucking Adam Cole getting.
They just got to get Dolph Ziggler to do it.
What if it is Dolph Ziggler? Oh, man. By the way, if that is the storyline, it's going to remind me. Chikara had one of the best things ever. CP Monk lost his head and it was CM Punk. Fucking, I know it sounds stupid, but it's probably one of my favorite reveals in pro wrestling history.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. So, Adam Cole, we wish you nothing but a speedy recovery. Love what you're doing, and hopefully you're still on television, because even being MJF's buddy and hurt pal and being ringside, like...
I hope I keep getting a weekly video segment.
Yeah.
Like their little commercials. I love them.
100%.
Never stop sports entertaining me.
I hate sports entertainment, but they're doing a pretty goddamn good job. Not all of it's good, but this is good. So, there you go. Keep it up, Adam Cole. All right. Boop. 8,462 billion rumors. Tony Khan is going, Pepsi is the new choice of a generation. I don't know. He's got something like AEW means business or don't cross the line. He has some kind of catchphrase. And the internet says, oh, he's buying New Japan. I don't know where those connections came from. We jumped by really fucking quick. And I do love in an interview that SidsLight sent me that he was like, no, we're not buying New Japan, but we're not going to stop the speculations because it keeps people watching.
Actually, he didn't say we're not buying it.
He didn't? What did he say?
No, he specifically at no point says that he's not.
Oh, see, I thought
he never shot it down outright. He just kind of made it sound like it was kind of like a joke, and he would let people speculate, and it was kind of crazy. But he never shot it down outright. He never flat out says no.
Because the thing is, if you get Max and you get New Japan and all that, that'd be amazing. I don't think it's going to happen. I own businesses in Japan. But I don't know, because New Japan has been sold before. But New Japan...
All I know is that there's a New Era announcement, and Bushiroad didn't want to talk to you about New Japan.
That is true. I did go to Tokyo Game Show, and I was like, Bushiroad, New Japan? Shut the fuck up. And New Japan has been passed around a lot, but it's usually Japanese companies. Japanese is... Japan business can be the R word. And you could choose whatever one you want. But no.
Retarded.
It's a bit on the racist side. Like, here's an example.
I was close.
I mean, I wasn't gonna stop you. I didn't dock points for your answer, sir. I've sold businesses in Japan where I had to hire an old man Japanese actor to sell the business. It's just part of it. I've seen TikToks where nothing but Japanese are allowed in the restaurant, and somehow that's okay. Japan gets away with this shit a lot. Buying a company in Japan is difficult as a foreigner. Selling it's even more difficult. But New Japan has been passed around like a dirty whore, if you watch the history of it. And it's not like New Japan's doing that great. I mean, we live in a world where, you know, you ask a New Japan guy, and it's like, everything is awesome! And then you read the Japanese, and they're like, oh, well, English commentary on New Japan. Everything is awesome! Yeah, yeah, yeah! We're the fucking best! No one's ever fucking got worse! No one has aged or got hurt at all! Yeah, yeah, yeah! And then the Japanese media. So, when you gotta do something, you going to improve? Athletes, we're gonna fucking take this low and bring it to a high. It's just weird. It's just weird how two different views, you know, attack it. If he does buy New Japan, that would be fucking bonkers. But if he doesn't have a place to put it, why?
I don't think he does. I think it's completely unrealistic. But that said, he did say it's going to be a new era on Sunday. And I have to wonder what that could pertain to. It's because it's got to be the only things I can think are it's got to be a streaming deal or the New Japan thing starts to make sense.
Dude.
Both of those could constitute as a new era.
Let me tell you, what if it's just Edge?
There's no way.
It's just Edge! It's just Edge! There's the new era! I mean, this motherfucker does tickle the balls of huge announcements, though. He's like, oh, yeah, I got a huge announcement. I ate a fucking turkey sandwich. Dude, what if New Era's the new fucking huge announcements?
No.
He's like, we got a new era. Fucking
No.
Dark is coming back, baby. AEW Dark. I miss AEW Dark. I didn't watch it, but I miss it. I watched it, but not enough. So, yeah. I don't know. Hopefully it's a huge announcement, but most likely it's just a streaming deal. And I don't know. Are streaming deals huge announcements? I don't think that's a new era.
For AEW, yes, it would be.
They're
not getting
ROH.
People are paying for pay-per-views out the ass for them now in the US.
Forgot. We had this conversation earlier in the podcast.
This was a whole fucking topic on the podcast.
Dude, that was like 3 segments. That was 5 segments ago. 6 segments ago.
That just means we've gone too long if you forgot what we talked about.
Or I have too many concussions.
Unlikely.
With all that valor. Feel that valor crushing your fucking brain?
Damn it, Grandpa.
Yeah, they're not buying New Japan. I'd shit my pants if they did, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I think here's the problem too.
I think DDT is a far more likely thing for them.
Yeah, but if he buys DDT, you'd have to buy Cyber Fight.
Yeah, no, I don't think he would. But I think if of the ones that people could convince me were about to happen, that to me would make more sense.
Well, Cyber Fight, lost someone major, and they just fired an office guy, so it could be a possibility. I could see Cyber Fight selling, and then
they didn't lose anyone important.
How fucking dare you? Let me tell you something.
Nah.
You son of a bitch! No! Hey, put it on the Pro Wrestling Noah hat. Put it on the Pro Wrestling Noah hat. There we go. You son of a bitch, Cyber Fight.
New era.
Nakajima leaves Pro Wrestling Noah.
We're not to that topic yet, so let's focus.
I just did the segment. We're going back.
You
Rewind.
Changed it?
Yeah. What else were we gonna say?
This was the next segment.
That was the next segment. That was the perfect transition.
Segued us.
I mean, I was going to talk more about the other, but since we segued, I was like, fuck it, let's ride it through.
Oh, shit. I didn't even mean to do this.
Dude, we're fucking professionals.
Yeah, I forgot what the topic list order was. We've been here so long.
Hey, man, dude. Listen, dude. When I don't have much time to podcast, so when I podcasted... Actually, we haven't been there that long. It's just that we did a review earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Because we did a 2-hour one earlier. And then I was like, we're going to do some videos today. I took the day off of streaming.
All I know
have
is
nothing
it's
business.
been 5.5 hours since I was told, hold on, let me eat something, and then we'll rock.
Dude, because I had spaghetti, I had a headache, I had stuff to do. Okay, listen.
I've had a long day.
But know who had a longer day? Pro Wrestling Noah fans! Nakajima leaves. He'll have one more match at Korakuen, where I'll be at. Then he'll go overseas. Not overseas. All right, this is how much of a Tokyo person I am. They're going to another city than Tokyo, and my brain said overseas. So if it's not in Tokyo, it's overseas. It's not overseas. It's just not in Tokyo or the Tokyo Yokohama area. So I think this hurts Pro Wrestling Noah a lot. I know Cyber Fight just got rid of one of their behind-the-scenes guys. And
out with the old, in with the new.
It's weird because, like, Noah was on fire, going crazy hot, and then it was up and down, saved by the N1, then a little bit of a dip, and then it was such a good, like, we're on the right track. And then Nakajima's like, I'm gone. First Congo, then him, and now there's strong rumors that it's Keno. Yeah.
And then they're going to go be a tag team in WWE.
I don't know, because, like, they're really strong style. I don't know. Like, I think they're probably going to All Japan or New Japan. New Japan would benefit Nakajima the most. Going to All Japan would benefit Japan the most. And his wallet, WWE or AEW. Kevin Kelly tweeted out that, hey, we should get him on AEW. But he is just fucking intimidation through the roof. All right. Stiffness through the roof. Knocking motherfuckers out through the roof. Strong style, whatever you want to say, through the fucking roof. So wherever he goes will be fucking fantastic. And I know all the North American headlines are going towards Jadeberg or Jade Cargill, but the Japanese headlines are like, are you for real right now? Are you for real? So just imagine just the stiffest fucking human being you could possibly ever meet. And that's what it is. But my thing is,
I still think AEW has enough people he could have good matches with, but he would definitely end up getting lost in the shuffle and down on ROH probably.
Yeah. I don't know, because like there's only so many people that can go that hard. Dude, I stopped myself from saying
AEW has a good amount of people though who like working really stiff.
I mean, you got the American Dragon, Moxley. Kenny can do it. Takeshita, yeah.
Coda.
I don't know. That's a mystery because of the injury. I mean, I saw him hit.
To be gearing toward a brawler style, which implies.
Oh, he better fucking lay it in tighter than that. Jesus Christ, that fucking brawl at his school. I was like, holy shit! You know, you guys can edit that. You don't have SidsLight. Does AEW have you as a editor? I was like, you should edit that part out. You're like, I ain't fucking doing it.
No, the podcast is if you listen to the podcast, you get all the goodies.
All the goodies.
Listen, when you fart on the microphone because you fucking stood up and put your cheeks to it, that goes live.
That's it. That's it. You get it all. Uncut.
Yeah.
Uncut, unserved, raw.
Unfiltered.
Wherever he goes,
I think he could find competition there, but there are a lot of companies where I just can't imagine him having his style of matches like at all.
He'll definitely get lost in the show. I mean, you had Nakamura, who is the king of strong style, and look what he is. He's about to lose to Seth fucking Rollins for the 57th fucking time this week. Yeah. I don't know. Nakajima, Sheamus, that would be off the fucking charts. Nakajima, McIntyre. But not only that, but I think him going to New Japan. I think the New Japan AEW combo 1-2 punch would probably be best. But, you know, him going to All Japan makes sense. Being a free agent, going around.
DDT
I don't know.
Has a lot of stiff people too.
Yeah. But it's still under Cyber Fight. But if a free agent, he can go wherever the fuck he wants. Suzuki's a free agent. Bushi, to the best of my knowledge, is a free agent, but I'm not 100% sure.
Ibushi is always a free agent.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
fucking
even under
Dave?
contract, he's a free agent.
Ibushi hates contracts.
He's like, I'll sign it, but that don't mean won't do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, I'll work here, but I'll also work there.
Yeah. So wherever he goes, I'll be following him. Yeah, right now, he's my favorite pro wrestler, and it just sucks because when Noah was down or out, we're like, well, at least we still have Nakajima. Now it's like, we still have Keno. Yeah. And there's fucking rumors going around that, I mean, if you think about it, having Congo, selling out of fucking arenas, having Muda's retirement, selling out arenas, having Congo, having Nakajima, having Keno, and all that taken away. It's like, it's rough. It's a rough time.
Yeah. Well, we'll see next week when we check in and talk about Keno leaving. I guess we can see where they're left.
Let me call the Gaijin hotline. I usually do this by myself. Bring, bring, bring. Yep. Okay. Got it. Yeah. What are the Gaijin saying? Everything is awesome? All right. Thank you. I haven't used the Gaijin hotline in a while. That was like 90% of my reviews. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. They love everything, dude. I've never seen a motherfucker review anything. Like, do you know why New Japan and Noah reach out to me? Because I fucking give them the good, the bad, and the ugly. Do you know why they don't reach out to you? Because they don't need their dick sucked.
I'm a raccoon.
I mean,
I don't suck dicks.
Wherever you go, Nakajima, we'll fucking love you. And the steel line from TJ Wilson getting in trouble at FCW. You change them. You don't change. You change them. You don't change. All right, boys, let's do it. Taking stock. Taking stock. The stock is being taken. What are we going to buy and sell? You know what's a little fucking crazy? I'm going to fucking say something. You may be like, holy shit, Coco. You're a fucking madman. I can't fucking believe it. All right? I have more buys than sells this week. All right?
Good job.
The big buy, buy or sell. Yuta Tsuji. I always fuck up that name, the TSU. I've been living here in Japan. The TSU sound fucking drives me crazy. But Yuta Tsuji went and battled against Will Ospreay because of the video game show, working hard and trying to expand everything. I did not be able to review it, but I watched it. And it was cool. A bunch of us got together to watch just that match. He is the future of New Japan. Him and Will Ospreay had another match of the year candidate. I have no idea what you rate matches on, but I say it's a must watch. And he gives hope. And in all his Japanese interviews, he's like, I know New Japan's down, but I'm going to carry it. And it reminds me of the days of a young Nakamura, a young Okada, a young Tanahashi. So Yota Tsuji, Will Ospreay, must watch, and New Japan.
I mean, it's a Will Ospreay match, aren't they all must watches now?
Yota Tsuji has the cool factor. He has the star power. He's already doing Rolling Stones. He's already over. And for a young guy, he was part of that amazing A block. And on top of the A block being the best block, he's had all good matches. I've only seen one bad thing by him, and it was he was doing an attack, and he saw that the senior wrestlers were lazy, so he was lazy. Yoda, you don't change, you change them. But overall, I think he's gonna, if he doesn't get injured, he's gonna be a fucking star. He is the future. I would put all the fucking money on him, because everyone else, we just pretend they're fucking good. Let's be honest. Oh yeah, fucking Taguchi, he's gonna be the fucking future. Oh yeah, Sho, oh yeah, he's fucking the future. Oh. Stop fucking lying to yourselves. So hopefully Tsuji is the one, and we'd love to see him. I would also like to say big guy, stylish guy, stiff guy, can move fast, and even Will Ospreay put him over, saying, if you're the future of New Japan, it's bright. But, you know, New Japan has never dipped down a day in his life. It's always been perfect. You know that. All right, your first buy or sell?
Julia Hart. I'm buying Julia Hart.
What? Okay, I got a new sell. I'm selling her. Go ahead. Why are you buying her?
I've been high on her for a while, but I think Julia Hart is a great homegrown talent, and I think it's great that they're giving her this attention and time. I don't know if she's going to beat Statlander, but I would like to see her beat Statlander just because I think she's more interesting right now.
Yeah, I think with shit, what's her name? Jumping Ship. I apologize. I got concussions. With shit, Jadeberg.
AEW.
Yeah, her jumping, Jadeberg jumping. I think Statlander got lost in the sauce.
I do too.
I think her winning might spike something up, and also will make the factions do better. I'm not as high on her as you, but I mean, they're doing worse things in the women's division. They're booking her pretty young. Well.
She's learning really well. And the spider gimmick in the corner where she's doing spider suplexes, dodges, stuff, I just think that's a really cool gimmick.
Yeah. I'm buying New Japan. I know I just bought Tsuji, but I'm buying New Japan because in the Japanese articles, they're mentioning they mention that they're going to build back up. And I like when a company realizes that they have to build back up, because it gives fans hopes. And for the longest time, they were just not acting like they have to build back up. So now, with Tsuji promos and New Japan promos, I hope they build back up. Do you have a buy or sell? Or should we go all positive and save the negative for last?
I don't know. I feel like you already did some selling out. It sounds
I got two more buys.
I don't. Yeah, a few buys. How much selling out you got left though? Probably all out.
All right,
did all of it.
Buy Noah Magic. They're trying to do a weekly TV show, and they're going bi-weekly. I would love to see Shinjuku face every Monday night, like a Monday Night Raw thing. Just call it Monday Magic. Do I like the name? No. They said it's going to be like a serial drama. They're doing 2 episodes. I don't know, like, this could either blow up in their face or it could save the company. But let me tell you, Take a chance. Take a chance. There you go. And I have a buy that. Oh, we talked about this in the podcast already, but buy Roderick Strong. I love Roderick Strong. I despise the sports entertainment, but I hate that I love it so much. Adam. And then the sells, negatives. I just feel like we make these taking stocks, and I'm starting to think Tony Khan, Vince McMahon, Ghetto, Cyber Fight. No one watches these, so
I don't think so, because Ghetto's still booking multi-man matches.
That's my sell.
And I know I've sold them. Oh, good.
I'm gonna sell again.
My sell, but I didn't get to do it because you fucking you railroaded me and you did 18 buys in a row.
Well, YouTube told me you put the positive.
You hogging all the buy and selling time.
Yeah. All I'm saying is YouTube told me you got to put the positives up front. You got to put the positives up front.
What does YouTube know about making videos?
I don't know. They always have these fucking ideas about editing and fucking tricking the viewers and thumbnails and be positive. Dude, let me tell you,
start hiding dick pics in the thumbnails.
YouTube would fucking absolutely love if you never said anything negative. They would. They'd just be like, dude, why don't you just say everything is awesome? Maybe that's why there's so many fucking... Maybe that's why there's so many assholes on YouTube saying everything is awesome.
Maybe
they're just like, fuck it, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Everything's amazing. All right. Contract signings. Bam! Sell it. Tony Khan did not get the fucking message. There you go. Contract signings. And then I signed...
Buying cliffhangers.
What's that?
Buying cliffhangers.
Oh, cliffhangers.
There need to be more segments in wrestling that make me excited for the next show.
Yeah.
That aren't announcements of what's coming.
Yeah. And sell announcements of announcements. That's
you already did that.
Guess what? They're not listening. They're not fucking listening.
Yeah, you did it this time though.
Oh, did I? Well, I'm gonna say it again. I'm saying it again.
5 minutes ago you sold.
But the cliffhangers I kind of like. I really liked how AEW went off the air this week. AEW Dynamite. That's one.
Except for the fact they jumped back to Page for like 3 seconds. That didn't make sense.
Oh, I thought that was bonus coverage.
No, I think that was a fuck up.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, because we get bonus coverage. So a lot of times when I just see someone standing in a ring, I just assume it's just bonus
maybe it
coverage.
Was. Maybe that.
Did you watch the international feed or did you watch it on DBS?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, if you watch it on international feed, there's a good chance they always show you bonus bullshit. And back in the day, we used to get bonus matches. Those days are over. Those days are over. Jesus. So, yeah. And then I wrote something. Let's play the old What Did Dave write?
Is that a poem?
No. That word right there. Okay, I'm bringing it really close to the screen.
I can't see your screen.
Well, then you're going to have to watch the podcast on YouTube KocoSports. What does that say?
Damn it.
Pro? I don't know.
Pro wrestling.
I'm selling my handwriting. My handwriting is fucking garbage.
You're selling Pro Wrestling Noah.
Maybe.
That's what it says.
It's fucking bit of a fucking rough. I don't know. I'm. They still have Keno. I'm like that guy that's Rocky. Remember Bart? Remember Bart? Krusty is coming. Krusty is coming. That's me.
You need to just get ready. Keno's going next week.
We still have Keno. No. We still have Keno.
They're going together. They're going to go tag team somewhere else.
No. We still have Keno.
Their dream is to find another place where they can tag team strong style.
It's sad in professional sports when you see the perfect team fall apart. It's kind of the same thing in pro wrestling. You know, like New Japan was on top of the world, it kind of fell apart. Noah was on top of the world, fell apart. All Japan was on, you know what I mean? I don't know, it always, you know, buy and sell. It always feels great when you're like, oh my God, everything is awesome. This is amazing. And then it falls apart.
Koco, what if that wasn't Switchblade that got attacked?
Who do you think it is?
What if that was Cardblade?
No, they would never attack Cardblade.
I'm just saying, what if it was?
What if the mascot was Cardblade? You ever think about that?
I still stand by that. Why are you? I like how you're acting like that was your idea.
It wasn't my idea. I stole it. I fucking stole it.
I still say it would be hilarious if they just had the mask guy doing stuff, and then one day they unveiled it, and it was just card blade underneath it.
Oh man,
and card blade was taking over the Bullet Club.
Old school pro wrestling nerds like me would fucking have a heart attack.
I'd lose it. I'd be like, fucking card blade.
It was card blade. He betrayed him. It's the guns and card blade.
Yeah. It'd be so well. No, Juice has to be there. Juice has to be the one to sell why it makes sense.
Yeah.
I need Juice to just give me an unhinged rant about why it made sense.
Also, I'm buying Juice. He went from
save your grocery list for later.
Exactly. He went to NXT, had a great gimmick, but they didn't have the balls to put the gimmick over. That's one gimmick I'd love. Like, dude, he's a protester. You know how far you could push that if you really gave a shit? You know how far Paul Heyman would have pushed that in ECW? It would have been insane. Then he gives up there, becomes a young lion, becomes one of the most over faces ever. Then he comes to fucking America Bullet Club. It goes like a bag of ass. They make Bullet Club Golds in AEW, and Bullet Club Gold is literally Bullet Club, what North Americans think Bullet Club is that didn't watch. It's like the most American version of Bullet Club ever. And I don't know, I feel like you fucking Americans love this shit and now they're delivering it. So enjoy.
Well, I mean, I was sold as soon as they got the guns involved. They bought me with that.
Oh, dude, that guns entrance. I've never seen an entrance save someone's career so fast. Like, I saw that entrance, and I'm like, I like these motherfuckers.
And when they did the one where they did it with card blade, oh my god, I lost it.
We're team card blade. We're behind team card blade.
Around, and then there's card blade. I was like, oh my fucking god, they did not just do this entrance with card blade. These motherfuckers.
I'm buying card blade. There, I said it. I didn't want to.
Card for card blade.
We're buying it. We're buying it. All right. Any final things? Because I'm going to wrap this up. You've been doing this for about 5 hours, and I need to eat spaghetti. Dude, you know how much spaghetti I eat a day? I'm insane with the spaghetti. Dude, all the time. Like,
how do you get so much spaghetti in Japan?
Oh, dude, there's like this healthy spaghetti. I don't know if it's true. They say it's healthy. I'm starting to think health food might lie on its packaging.
I mean, it can't be as bad as American food.
So they have health spaghetti, and it comes like in this little tin, and it's just the perfect amount of spaghetti. You know what I mean? It's not, and it's so good. It's so good. Like, I don't know. How do you make the because like, I don't know. Have you ever noticed this about spaghetti? I'm buying spaghetti. You know what I notice about spaghetti here? The old spaghetti, if you will, is that it's either too little or too much. It's very hard to get the perfect amount of spaghetti. You know? It's like, oh, God, I ate too much, or, oh, fuck, I want more spaghetti. This is the perfect. Like, do you believe in fate? Do you believe in love? Do you believe in perfect matches? I believe in magic. Noah magic every Monday night at Shinjuku Face?
No.
That's a thing.
No.
But the spaghetti.
If they wanted me to believe in them, they would have kept Nakajima.
I know. God damn it.
Or got Kenta.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, I don't know. Prime Kenta, yeah. Kenta now. I remember. Oh, I felt so bad. Kenta came out for the Muda one, and it was like Kento's first return to Noah in forever. And one guy goes, "Welcome home, Kenta." And Noah fans are kind of the smart fans of, of whatever. They're the smarks, whatever. They're the fucking high standard fans. They just turned around. They're like, "Are you fucking for real?" And that was it. That was the end. It's like, "Welcome home, Noah."
How'd you hear all that?
I was there live. I sat in a chair. That's it. I had ears.
You speak Japanese?
No, I know speak. Don't you fucking dare blow my cover. I've been riding this thing for years. I don't know any Japanese, you son of a bitch. Oh, man. When did you figure it? I remember, I think we were watching Noah together and you figured it out.
Yeah, you commented on something the commentary said, and I was like, they're in Japanese, Dave.
You're like, ah! Listen, I don't know any Japanese, and I'm sticking to it, you sons of bitches. Loser in Japan. Oh, God, dude. Dude, even today, yesterday I was at a video game place, and everyone's talking about learning Japanese, and I kayfabed them. Straight up. I was like, yeah, they don't know fucking Japanese. Because here's the thing. People are so fucking dumb. If you don't tell them they're Japanese, they'll actually fucking just start speaking in Japanese thinking you don't know. They're like, and then you just got to play it stone cold face. You know, like, here's an example. I'm sitting down in a restaurant, and they're like, I'm going to beat the fuck out of this guy and steal his wallet. I'm like, I got to go. I'm going to go take a piss and never see me again. So, not learning Japanese, very important. Pretending you don't know Japanese, even more important. Learning Japanese and bragging about it? Hatui! Disgusting! You're a fucking pervert! Thank you. Sell speaking Japanese.
And sell Nakajima as a free agent.
No! Let me come back. I don't know. Come back to me. Like, dude, if we were allowed
Maybe he will go back.
I mean, it is a move. True. But my thing is, like, if we were allowed to end on a copyrighted song, I'd be like, baby, come back. That's how we'd end it.
No, we would play the na.
You son of a bitch. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. And Nakajima, wherever you go, no, I'll love you. I'm not a fucking corporate titty fucking rubber. Are you a corporate titty rubber? I don't think you are.
I mean, if I got paid by a corporation to rub
that's
titties,
different. I'd rub titties for money forever.
Be a corporate titty rubber.
Yeah, but I'm saying a corporate titty rubber for free? Oh, weird. Sell them.
I mean, I'd still rub titties for free. Corporate or not?
No, you gotta rub your own nipples and go, yeah, I love WWE. Oh, yeah, Jade.
Why do I want to rub my
Jade and WWE.
No, the offer was
I
that
hate Jade and AEW.
Corporate titties. And then now suddenly these corporate titties are my own?
Because you gotta rub your own corporate titties, dude.
I don't have corporate titties.
Now then, you're a good raccoon. I've taught you well.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, the number one lesson you taught me was always sell out.
I did. You know, I'm just saying, if you're going to be a piece of shit, get paid.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't understand being a piece of shit for fucking no money.
We're looking at you, Seth Rollins. We were told you bought in.
I didn't sell out. I bought in.
Again, I mean, he does have that championship still.
Oh yeah.
And has been burying all the internet
darlings. I just fucking don't understand why that title exists. That is the most. Is that the most?
So that they can have a title that gets defended regularly.
How about next week? Can we have a? Can we have a for those that made it this far into the podcast? You're the fucking ultimate elite. You are the internet infantry. Second, let's have a cliffhanger. All right. Shit, I had a good question. Shit, what was the question?
You fucked up. See,
oh no. Here it is. I got it. What is the most worthless title in pro wrestling? And is it Seth Rollins? And then we can fucking like do some research. And it has to be active. I don't want to be like, oh, I heard a fucking TV title from North America East Coast Wrestling.
I would say the 24-hour title.
No, it has to be active. I don't think that's active.
Oh.
Hey, so fucking do your homework. And unless Seth Rollins is going to win it. Doesn't it have Dum Dum on it?
Yeah.
So you're
still
saying...
a stupid belt.
All right, well, thank you for fucking ruining my cliffhanger. I tried to fucking AEW this up.
In fact, also, I would add the international title in AEW that's never been defended internationally.
Dude,
really,
that drives me fucking nuts.
The AEW domestic title.
All right, so
domestic in Canada.
This was supposed to be next week's segment, but what is the most worthless title in wrestling? And if you're like, I'm a WWE fan, I don't like the AEW, just know from the bottom of my heart, you're a fucking idiot.
And if you think it's the KocoSports Twitch title, that's okay too.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, that shit gets passed around a lot. But unlike the KocoSports title, not the Twitch title, but the real title, woo-wee, 3 champions. Had to fucking do it. Have you heard KocoSports stream? Bray Wyatt upset Cody Rhodes. Yeah, you get spoilers late night. you get E-Fed spoilers late night. All right, when we get to E-Fed spoilers, is that time to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, KocoSports, wherever you're finding this podcast. Throw a couple fucking hearts, a banana or two. Like it, share it. I don't know what you do on your platform, but do it. Just tickle the balls a little bit so it gets the word out. Also, tweet it out, send it, share it out to your friends. And friends don't let friends be nipple rubbers. SidsLight is SidsLight on everything. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Make sure to check it out. I'm on everything at KocoSports. And with that, I am over. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa.